you want to maintain your cognitive function, that both cardiovascular exercise and weightlifting seem to do a pretty damn good job. And maybe that's because the brain is such an oxygen-demanding organ. It's energy-demanding and resource-demanding in other ways. And if you can keep yourself cardiovascularly fit, interestingly enough, that's the best pathway to cognitive health. Then I was looking on the psychological side, and what I found was that there were interventions that help people get their story straight. Of course, psychotherapy is one of those, but there are written interventions. If people write about their past traumas, and if they write about their future plans, they reduce general uncertainty, that reduces their stress, and that seems to produce a relatively pronounced physiological benefit. And so there's an interesting interplay there in terms of the emotional and the physical. It's pretty funny that if you want to improve your cognitive function or maintain it, you should exercise rather than think. And that if you want to improve your physiology, you should straighten out your story and face your traumas rather than, say, exercise. One of the things you learn as a behavioral psychologist is that it's very difficult for people to change their attitudes or their actions, and it's very difficult for people to change their lives. And we all know this because we might tell ourselves, for example, to exercise, and we might be well supplied with arguments for why that's a good idea, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we learn how to incorporate an exercise routine into our life. And often the reason for that, there's many reasons. Exercise is difficult, and that's one reason, but it's also often the case that people don't form a strategy and break the problem down into steps that are simple enough to actually implement. So they think things like, well, I'll go to the gym 2 hours a day, 3 times a week, and I'll start that next week.